Hi, hello dear students. I feel greatly privileged to present you this video session on grammar class. I am Mr. Oskan, English teacher from Bharathidhasanar Matriculation Higher Secondary School of Arakkonam. Today we are going to see an interesting topic where we will come to know the specific aspect we need to have knowledge on communicative English. Dear students, get yourself ready because you are going to get well thorough with this part. Whenever you are communicating with others, you cannot simply avoid these usage, and the usage is going to be on modals and its usage. Here the modals refers to whenever you would like to express your attitude. So thus the modality expresses the speaker's attitude. We will be using in our day-to-day English, communicative English. Let's enter into this exploration. So what do you mean by modal auxiliaries? First of all, you must know that we have got 24 anomalous finite verbs. We have got 24 anomalous finite verbs where you will have two types of divisions: primary auxiliaries and secondary auxiliaries. In primary auxiliaries, you will have 11 altogether. Number 1, be family, do family, and have family. You have already studied in the verb part of parts of speech. In be family, you will have am, is, or, was, were. In have family, you will have, has, had. In do family, you will have do, does, did. So the second part is called secondary auxiliaries. They are all also called modal auxiliaries. So the modal auxiliary, that is what here the word auxiliary refers to. We need to know the right spelling here. A-U-X-I-L-I-A-R-Y. I repeat, A-U-X-I-L-I-A-R-Y, model. Here the word A, it is not M-O-D-E-L. We have got another symbol spelling M-O-D-L, that is model, madiri, modal. It expresses your mood. So thus உங்களுடைய மனநிலையை வெளிக்காட்டுகின்ற பகுதியை தான் நாம் modality என்று அழைக்கிறோம். So what are the modal auxiliaries in English? We have got can, good, could, had, better, may, might, must, ought to, used to, shall, should, will, would. So all these are modal auxiliaries. So modal auxiliaries generally expresses a speaker's attitudes. It's a very important thing, or it expresses the moods of the speaker. For example, modals can express that what a speaker feels, or what a speaker have in his mind, something which is very necessary or advisable, permissible, and it also expresses something on possible and probable, and in addition they can also convey the strength of these attitudes. So thus it expresses our attitude. ஒரு விஷயத்தை என்னால் முடியும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றதுக்கும் நான் செய்வேன் என்பதற்கும் நான் செய்து கொண்டிருந்தேன், நான் செஞ்சிருக்கலாம், ஐயோ செஞ்சிருக்கலாமோ, இந்த மாதிரியான பல விஷயங்களை நாம பேசுவதற்கு நம்முடைய மூடை நாம வெளிப்படுத்துறோம். அந்த வகையில் பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா these modal auxiliaries help you a lot. So please keep it in your mind, dear students. And now let's move to the another part where we will have the complete list of modal auxiliaries. See this modal auxiliaries we have got would, must, should, might, can, could, may, will, have to, be able to, shall, had to, ought to, had better, have to, need not, not have to. So all these come under modal auxiliaries. I repeat, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, dare, used to, ought to, able to, have to. So all these come under modal auxiliaries. So I would like to repeat the same again. So the modal auxiliary verbs, we have got a central ones, that is main or full modals, and semi modals, that is it has another name, marginal or quasi modals, because it does not do the exact function what the main modals do. So the main or central ones are can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must. All these come under main ones, and the marginal or the semi or the quasi modals. Quasi, I spell out here Q-U-A-S-I, quasi. Quasi refers to, what do you mean by quasi? It refers to the half models or the semi models or the marginal models. So we have got ought to, need to, used to, dare, be able to. So all these come under this part. Let's move to the second one. In the modal auxiliaries we have got also, see some of the examples I have given for you for your good reflection. See the example like we can play football. When you say we can play football, in Tamil you can translate into nammal kaalpanthu vilayada mudiyum. So when you use the word can, you can easily say that it is ability. It expresses your ability. I have the ability, you have the ability, we have the ability or capacity or capability or potentiality to play football. We could play football. When you say that we could play football, you have the ability, but it was in the past. So past ability. For that we use could play football. And the third one is we may play football. We may refers to the possibility. So நம்மால் கால்பந்து விளையாட முடியும், நம்மால் கால்பந்து விளையாடலாம் என்பதை குறிப்பதற்கு may நாம் பயன்படுத்துகிறோம். And we might play football. ஐயோ நாம கால்பந்து விளையாண்டிருக்கலாம். So whenever you are expressing the possibility which happened in the past, you use might. And for the fifth one, we must play football. Must refers to the strong determination. நாம் கண்டிப்பாக கால்பந்து விளையாட வேண்டும். We mustn't, so negativity, and we ought to. Whenever you are expressing the strong obligation, ஒரு தார்மீக கடமையை அல்லது நாம் கண்டிப்பாக செய்தாக வேண்டும் என்பதை உணர்த்துவதற்காக we use we ought to play football. We shall play football. Whenever you are referring to the futurity, we use shall. We should play football. So that time you come to understand that we should, நாம் கண்டிப்பாக விளையாட வேண்டும். Should refers to the expressing the strong determination or the compulsion. And we will play football. So normally we use I for the pronoun I and we use shall. And last we said we would play football. கண்டிப்பாக நாங்கள் விளையாட வேண்டும். So all these applications we apply for this. Okay, next part, you must also know that this form has two types of divisions. For example, we have got the contracted form. The contracted form is nothing but you will have the compilation or the combination of two separate elements and it is clubbed together. It is called contracted form. Especially the contracted form comes under normally from pronoun plus modal auxiliary or sometimes modal auxiliary verb plus not. So for example, long form can, could, may, might, ought to, shall, should, will, would, had to, have to, not have to, be able to, had better. So all these come under this contracted form. So what will be the negative form of all these modal auxiliary verb? For example, cannot can be said or can be written in the form of can't. There we use CAN''T. See, this is very important. Can't, CAN, can't. I can't help you. I can't do this. When we say that, cannot can be combined together, and that is a contracted form of this can't. Could not becomes couldn't. May not, mayn't, mightn't. So they say it mayn't, and the might not becomes mightn't. Mightn't. And ought not to, oughtn't to, need not, needn't, shall not, shan't. So you need to be very, very careful on this application called can't or shan't. Will not becomes won't. See, already we have also seen in the question tag where the contracted form is used in our day-to-day conversation. Would not becomes would. Had to not becomes had to, hadn't. Be not able to, being able to. I am not, I wasn't. Had not better, hadn't better. So these are all the contracted form we have seen so far, and let's move to the next part where we will come to understand. For example, when you say that can play football, I can play football. So the first person pronoun, we will also get I is a singular person, first person singular, you second person singular and plural, third person he, she and it. So all these come under third person singular. We first person plural, you second person singular and plural, and they comes under third person plural. தன்மை முன்னிலை படர்க்கை. நம்மை பற்றி பேசும்போது, என்னை பற்றி நான் பேசும்போது I சிங்குலர் ஆகவும், நாம் என்பது plural ஆகவும், நீ என்பது சிங்குலர் ஆகவும் ஒருமையாகவும், நீங்கள் என்பது plural பன்மையாகவும், அவன் அவள் அது என்பது படர்க்கை எனவும் அழைக்கப்படுகிறது. So அதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா plural. So the plural form of the third person is they. For example, the word I can play football, you can play football, we can play football, they can play football, she can play football, it can play football. There the word can, it is a modal auxiliary verb. That is what we have seen. The modal auxiliary of the sentence is can, and play function as a main verb. So normally the basic structure for modal auxiliary family is modal auxiliary verb plus V1, that is a present form of the verb, that is what we say main verb. So the modal auxiliaries are always followed by the base form of the verbs, that we must understand. Okay, fine. Next, the next part is going to be the usage of modals, dear students. Can, when do we use can? Can is we use can when we talk about the ability to do something in the present. So it is always in the substituted form of be able to. For example, the word I can speak English. I can speak English. Can is the modal auxiliary verb. Speak is the main verb. So English E is the first letter capitalized because it refers to the names of the languages, and whenever you are giving the permission, granting the permission also, you can use this in the present form of the substitution, where we use a can I go to the cinema. And the third one, when you are requesting, you can, when you are offering something, when you are giving suggestion, when you are doing the or talking about the possibility, we use, for example, can you walk a moment please, can you wait a moment please, I can lend you my car till tomorrow, can we visit grandma at the weekend, it can get very hot in Arizona. So if you keenly observe this, it is those modal auxiliary verb that expresses the speaker's attitude or the mood. I hope understand you get into this very clearly. So if we have seen this can, and now let's move to the next part, that is could. So could so we have seen that the usage of can. If the same thing is applied in the past tense or in an action which happened in the past, we use could. For example, the ability to do something in the past, we use substitute for to be able to. When I say I could speak English, it really means I was able to speak in English. And whenever you are talking about the polite requesting, polite request, polite offer, polite suggestion, possibility, here you must understand that the words of polite. So normally we use could for the polite request, polite offer, polite permission. See, I would like to read out the examples given for you. I could speak English. I could go to the cinema. Could I go to the cinema, please? Could you visit? Could you wait a moment, please? I could lend you my car till tomorrow. Could we visit grandma at the weekend? It could get very hot in the mountain. So that is how the application come under. So keep it in your mind, dear students. Next we shall move to the next part, where we talk about the will. When do we use will? Normally will refers to the wish. It refers to the wish. Whenever you are expressing the attitude of wish or the request or the demand or order, we use less polite than would. Normally would, could comes under polite request, and will is less polite. There we talk something about, will you please shut the door? நீங்கள் கொஞ்சம் இந்த கதவை கொஞ்சம் அடைக்க முடியுமா, இந்த விண்டோ கொஞ்சம் க்ளோஸ் பண்ண முடியுமா, இந்த மாதிரியான கேள்விகளுக்கெல்லாம் நாம் will என்கின்ற modal auxiliary verb ஐ பயன்படுத்துகிறோம். அடுத்ததாக பாத்தீங்கன்னா prediction assumption. assumption என்பது இப்படி தான் இருக்க வேண்டும் கண்டிப்பாக இருக்கும் என்பதை நாம் புலப்படுத்தும் போது prediction. So for those things we use I think it will rain on Friday. கண்டிப்பாக வெள்ளிக்கிழமை மழை பெய்யும் என்று நான் கண்டிப்பாக எண்ணுகிறேன். assumption பண்றேன். கண்டிப்பா நடக்கணும் predict பண்றேன். So that we use this. And promise whenever you are talking I will stop smoking. நான் புகைப்பிடிக்கும் பழக்கத்தை முற்றிலுமாக நிறுத்தி விடுகிறேன். So he talks something about the will, strong will and determination. And if you see that it also refers to the spontaneous. So spontaneous where spontaneous decision. For example, can somebody drive me to the station? I will. யாராவது ஒருவர் என்னை எங்க அழைத்து செல்ல முடியுமா நான் உன்னை அழைத்து செல்வேன். So that time we use this spontaneous decision. And we shall also see that habits. She is strange. She will sit for hours without talking. So உண்மையிலேயே எத்தனை மணி நேரமானாலும் இவள் பேசாமலேயே நிறுத்திக் கொள்வாள் இருந்து கொள்வாள் என்பதை புலப்படுத்துவதற்கு அல்லது நாம் அதை தெரியப்படுத்துவதற்கு கன்வே பண்றதற்கு we use this well. Yes, now we have seen this part. Now let's move to the next part where we will see the application of would. Normally we express the wish or the request more polite than will. So more or less it is same the application, but it is less polite in that word. Habits in the past, would you shut the door please? Sometimes he would bring me some flowers. So in the past he used to bring me or he would bring me some flowers. That is what we say, the no past forms future forms are used for the word would. So I hope you have understood this. For your further reflection I have also given you the study material along with this. In the below link if you touch that you can find the related study material, the question bank. Along with you will be given a self-assessment pattern where you can do your self-evaluation. I will also meet you in the next session hopefully with good understanding. Thank you so much for your patient listening dear students.
நளினி அமிர்தாவோட ஃபாதர் ப்ரீகேஜிலேருந்து 8th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் படிக்கிறாங்க. இப்போ அது 5:30 to 6:30 வந்து கிரவுண்ட் ரன்னிங் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு பாடி எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு அப்படியே ஸ்கூல் அட்டன் பண்ணிவிட்டு மத்தியானம் மேலே மதர் தெரேசா அகாடமியில் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. மெட்ராஸில் எம்இஎம்லும் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. நேஷனல் டீமில் வந்து கோல்டு அடிச்சிருக்காங்க.
நான் Arakkonam Bharathidhasanar 6 வருஷமா டேபிள் டென்னிஸ் கோச்சா இருக்கேன். நிறைய ஸ்டடீஸ்லையும் சரி ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ்லையும் சரி